Good evening, namaste, and a warm welcome to parents, students, and teachers of classes 1 to 9 for this online orientation program. I also extend a warm welcome to Mr. P. Gopi Krishna, our guest speaker, and Reverend Brother Shajan Anthony, our principal. With me is Miss Deepti Jaiswal, and together we shall take you through today's session. The academic year 2019-2020 closed rather abruptly, and we were most prepared for it. We cannot even for a moment forget the horrendous onslaught of COVID-19, which has taken a heavy toll on all of us. National lockdown has disrupted normal routine life. It has rendered thousands of people jobless and homeless. Uncertainty and chaos could be seen in every aspect of the society. Even today, tens of thousands of people are infected by this deadly virus, and we are not out of the danger zone yet. The number of cases are alarmingly increasing every day. Therefore, I implore each one of us to take all precautions when we come out of our homes. Practice safety measures like proper hygiene, social distancing, wearing a mask, washing hands as often as possible, and using hand sanitizers. All these measures will ensure our safety and the safety of people around us. While the worldwide pandemic prevailed, we at Little Flower did not take a back seat. Thanks to the efforts of our principal, the teaching faculty has been working relentlessly on different platforms to finally use the one most suitable for your wards. I'm sure none of the parents ever thought that online teaching would become a reality and their wards would be learning from home. We are in a period of transition where certain things which we never envisaged have now become the new normal. Dear parents, let me assure you that today's orientation program will clear many of your doubts and calm your fears of online teaching or virtual classes. The academic year 2020-2021 is unique as we have reopened the school online. During the course of time, we will face many challenges, but I'm sure teachers, students, and parents together can overcome these challenges and have a successful teaching and learning experience. At this juncture, we seek the blessings of our Almighty God and pray for His guidance, presence, and protection on our institution and the entire Little Flower family as we begin our new academic year. Reverend Brother Shajan Anthony, the captain of the Little Flower ship, has been working day in and out during this lockdown period to keep teachers, students, and parents connected to each other by conducting online meetings for teachers and attending webinars himself to get new and innovative ideas. Brother has also organized help for migrant workers, daily wage earners, sanitary workers, and others by supplying them essential commodities and other required articles. Thank you, Reverend Brother, for your constant support and guidance in all our endeavors. I now request Reverend Brother Shajan Anthony, our principal, to share his thoughts with our parents and students.
Good evening, friends. Welcome back to this fresh academic year 2020-21. Monsoon is back. It's raining everywhere. Farmers are getting ready for the new crop. Normal days, we should have got ready with a new school bag, pair of new school uniform, water bottle, raincoat, pair of new shoes, and new textbook, and fancy stationeries, etc. How sad all that is missing on this virtual reopening of the school. We never knew that I have to be behind the screen in a frame and you have to be at home to start a fresh academic year. The pandemic caused by COVID-19 has completely devastated our normal life. It's difficult to estimate the damage created by the deadly disease. How much time it will take to restore to a normal life is anybody's guess. We strongly believe that our concerted effort giving full support to government policies and guidelines, we shall soon be able to overcome the crisis. Schools are shut, but learning never stops. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, says Nelson Mandela. Edinburgh High School Abbots shows a torchbearer when it comes to education, and as one of the pioneers in the online education during lockdown. Congratulations to the management and the dedicated staff for their farsightedness for virtual class learning. Thanks to you parents for your appreciation and cooperation. Dear friends, we are still in the corona period and corona is not going to go away that early. Experts say that we have to expect coronavirus impact in the coming days as well. So the best way is to learn to live with coronavirus and find a solution. The present situation, it may not be possible to start the academic session and normal functioning of the school before end of July or in August. And so, dear parents, you have to ensure the safety and security of the children and make sure that learning takes place. Try to give a conducive atmosphere at home. Children can't deal with these online classes alone. Parents may have to sit with them continuously and watching the mobile or laptop or tablets or whatever the gadgets, which is a strain to their eyes. It's also a challenge to provide electronic gadgets for all the children. I'm sure parents realize now how the school has been taking care of their children in all aspects. Now that you are facing the challenges, you are you are able to understand the role played by the teachers during these days. Kindly make sure that your wards are enthusiastically on time to participate in all the educational activities. I am also aware that there are issues concerning sharing of electronic gadgets when there are more sibling studies in Little Flower or in any other school. We try to adjust the time allotted for higher classes and primary classes as well. I'm sure all of you must have got the timetables now. Please follow them carefully. Hence, equip the children with suitable, modest, affordable electronic gadgets for their virtual classroom learning. There is no substitute to hard work. The dividend will return in a compound interest. You are our ambassador to future. Think big and have dreams. As APJ Abdul Kalam says, dream is not that you see in sleep. Dream is that something that does not let you sleep. Keep these dreams close to your heart and weave all your action around them. Supreme nature bows before a grand intention. Social distancing, or what we call physical distancing, is going to be the order of the society, or at least for some time. And therefore, homework, online tests, projects, assignments are given to engage the students. Have a proper timetable to discipline yourself. Do engage some kind of physical activity like gardening, physical exercise, meditation, yoga, etc. to keep you healthy and safe. Parents are advised to monitor your ward with love and care. That's why for lower classes till 7th, we are not going to have a class on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday is at a time maybe that parents should monitor our children, their projects, and especially some of the physical activities. Dear students, you are lucky to have been born the age of technological wonders. Opportunities are much more than ever before. So are the challenges too. So your tomorrow will largely depend on the choices that you make today. Your today is the result of the choices you made yesterday. So prepare yourself as children of a global citizenship education. Corona has made one thing clear. It has made us that we are one. One cannot be so much narrow-minded, being parochial, regional, or linguistic. We need to come together as one family. Therefore, we need to think that this is a great opportunity for us to teach our children on global citizenship. Teachers are facing many problems. Corona has completely changed their familiar style of teaching to one online. They need to prepare, rehearse their teaching methods. They need guidance, preparing videos, learning to teach in a frame and upload videos, etc. Yes, students, the school is missing the first day of your school. your favorite basketball games, running races of little ones in the quadrangle, flash dance, Prespo, and NCC, PET periods, picnics, excursions, birthday celebration, canteen, NCC activities, badge stars, traveling teachers, bonding of your friends. Yes, you are feeling bored without you in the school. So being at home is smiling and learning goes on. Your teachers are going to be online tomorrow. Welcome them and cooperate with them for your virtual learning. I am missing you, so too our teachers are missing you. I hope sooner or later you all will be back to this temple of learning. Before I conclude, I must thank the department behind. When we came to know that we cannot open the school as we have planned about online classes, our IT department swung into action and made it possible and trained our teachers regularly for nearly 2 weeks. Many thanks to the IT department. The past 2 weeks, a lot of preparation, a lot of planning has been done under the guidance of our academic supervisor, Mr. Albina and Sister Rachida and their close teams. Our thanks to all this concern for their concerned members for this live stream. I'm proud to be surrounded by wonderful parents, teachers, and students. And today, in a large number, you have come to attend this online streaming. My special thanks. This shows that you are concerned about the education of your children. Before I take leave, my sincere gratitude to Mr. Gopi Krishna, our proud alumnus of Little Flower, our guest speaker, for his guidance and valuable information. Welcome you, sir, and thank you for your precious time with us. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Reverend Brother, for your motivational thoughts and your concern for all of us. Thank you for being an effective leader and a meticulous planner. Thank you for all the support you extend to us to put in our best efforts in virtual teaching and the words of confidence you have extended to all our parents. Thank you, brother, once again. Let me now take this privilege to introduce to you Mr. Gopi Krishna, our guest speaker. Mr. Gopi Krishna is the Group CEO of Vista Healthcare. He is a highly accomplished professional with over 35 years of experience in strategy and operations, infrastructure development, business development, and procurement and supply chain management across the industries of healthcare, information technology, agricultural products, and services. Sir is an outgoing personality who can easily connect to all levels of an organization. He is well known in the corporate circles for his skillful teaching of business communication. He is an empaneled speaker of the Hindu business line and education. He is closely associated with various charitable organizations, especially with Sri Satya Sai Trust. An avid sportsman in his college days, he has played cricket, bridge, and football at the All India University level. A writer, actor, director, anchor, Sir has represented the country in many forums and programs. Above all this, Sir is our very dear former student, a former parent of our institution, and I must say he has brought up both his sons very well with all the right principles, values, and virtues. Sir is always ready to extend his cooperation to us whenever we require his help. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us this evening to motivate and inspire our parents and students. I request you, sir, to share your inputs with our online audience.
Good evening, parents, students of Little Flower High School. A very warm welcome to this online session today. And I stand very privileged to be speaking to all of you, not only as an alumnus of this Little Flower High School, but also as alumnus of, as a parent of Little Flower High School. I thank Brother Shahjan Anthony for giving me this opportunity to share some thoughts of how we need to go ahead when we have this dreaded problem, the pandemic the world is facing, the corona, the COVID-19. Let us quickly go back to a situation when all of us as parents, mothers, fathers, when we sent our children to the school, and the children spent about 8 hours of their time in the school, and the mothers had a lot of time and they had the privacy at home. Today we are in a situation where out of the 24 hours, the children sleep for about 8 hours, I know that very clearly. And the balance time, we really do not know how to handle our children. The school, per se, as brother mentioned, is the temple of learning. The situation has now turned topsy-turvy, and the home has now become the center of learning. Well, it is always said that the mother is the first teacher in life. And today, I think the situation has come back where we find the father and the mother getting ready to teach their child or ward in the coming months. As I come from the medical fraternity, I know very clearly that we have to live up with this COVID-19. Well, if you ask me or the brother here as to when the school will reopen, nobody knows about it. It could be August, it could be September. We do not know how the COVID is going to act upon all of us, and we really are in a state of a big question mark. Where are we heading? And it is at this point of time, I think, the parents have a very, very important role to play. When you look at the word parent, P-A-R-E-N-T, look at this. The time has come now where we have to handhold our children. I know definitely from tomorrow when the classes start, the mother will be sitting with the child. The father will be sitting with the child. You will start gauging the teacher who is taking an online class. You will start saying that the teacher has not explained this properly. You will actually give your own input. There's so many things that are going to come. All these things have to be accepted. Our teachers, basically from Little Brown High School, have been trained to have a face-to-face interaction with a child. And here is a situation where they are on a face-to-face with a camera. And that makes it very, very difficult. So the teachers, when they actually get online to share their knowledge with your children, please bear with them. They have been trained quite well on the online teaching mechanics, but nevertheless, it will definitely take some time for them to get into the groove of an online teaching system. Now, coming back to the word parent, how do we deal with our children is something very, very important in this present scenario of COVID. Deal with your children very, very carefully. When I look at the word parent, P-A-R-E-N-T, don't forget to praise your child. Whatever he does at home, be it he's a little naughty, he may be a little mischievous, he may be taking time off, don't try to actually dissuade him not doing certain things. Praise him for every good thing that he does. Second important thing that I would request is accept whatever he does during this time. Respect him, empathize with him, nurture him, and train him. And this is the coin of the word parent. Dear students, it doesn't mean that I'm trying to tell something to your parents. When you look at the word parent, you divide it. There are two words here, pay, rent. So as a student, as a child, this is the time that you need to pay your rent to your parents. And please be very, very careful, because your parents in this situation might be in a very difficult situation. Some of them may be finding it very difficult at work. Some of them may be at a pay cut. There may be so many instances and circumstances that might be revolving right now, right around them. So be very, very careful when you're dealing with your parents. Now, I request the parents, all those who are sitting there and watching this telecast right now, give a vision to your child. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is the time that God has bestowed us to get together. Imagine all through our life, even as a parent, we've been running around, and never in our life could we get together for such a long time, sitting together, spending hours and hours at home, locked down. Now, this is the time, I would say, the father especially sits down with the child and gives a vision to him as to what is it that he needs to do in the future. Repose in him a confidence that, he is developing physically, mentally, intellectually, and psychologically, as well as spiritually, with values. And this is the time that we could always get into that emotional bonding between each other. And this is very important. Don't confuse your child during this time by actually pumping in too much of information. This is the time that you should look at your child and try to mold them, understand them with an emotional attachment. And this is the most important thing that we look forward from the school, the parents need to do. Now, communication is another important thing that I would like to touch upon with the parents as well as the students. Be very, very clear in your communications. You should tell your parents what is it that you want to do, what is it that you want to go forward with in these times. I would request all the children who are listening to me right now, stay away from the 3 C's that are going to really hit bad at you. The most important thing is the computer. I know that computer actually is going to create a lot of problems and you get addicted to a computer. Attend only the classes that you need to attend and not more. Don't spend too much of time on the screen. It could affect your eyesight. Point number 2. The first C is the computer. The second C, I would request you, is to stop or lessen chatting. The mobile phone is going to create havoc now because you find most of your children chatting on the mobile phone. The parents are requested to keep an eye on the child and see what they're chatting, with whom they're chatting. This is very, very important. And the third thing, which actually creates a lot of ruckus, which has created a lot of ruckus, is the cinema. Every day, I find most of the students switch on the television and they start looking at different movies. Concentrate on what is being taught now. You will have to go ahead in life. In fact, television is very deadly. It is called as Telu Vichamu in Telugu. Poison is the poison of a scorpion. So keep away from chatting, computer, and third thing, cinema. This is something that I wanted to let you know. Now, we expect our children to do a lot of things. I think this is the time for all of us to seriously think and set expectations to our child which are reasonable and achievable. This is very important for us. And remember, we ourselves as a child, maybe about 45 years back or 50 years back, I know some of you are a parent about 5 years. First class means you must have been a parent about 5 or 6 years back. Some of you might be a parent about 14, 15 years back. So remember your own childhood, the kind of expectations that your parents have set for you, and be reasonable in setting expectations for your children. The most important thing is, do not make decisions for them. This age, this generation that we are facing right now, are smart enough to know what they want to do. Guide them what is to be done in their life and actually perform the journey along with them. And this is what is needed. Because the children of today need a lot of self-respect. Atma Vimanam is what we call. This is very important for children, and every parent, please ensure that you are extending this characteristics of self-respect to them. Next thing. Children, as you're staying home and you're going to attend classes for about 8 hours a day, be very sure that you're helping your mother and father. Parents, please don't pamper your children at home. Let the boys and the girls help out in the kitchen, help out in cleaning, tidy up the place, and let it be a collective effort of all the members of the family. A home is a place where happiness comes in, and it is necessary that all of us come together and do this. Love your children, and this is very important. At this point of time, I would also like to mention there are 3 different types of parents. The first ones are the authoritative parents. These type of parents actually have no limits for freedom. So what happens is, the outcome of such parents is that, yes, they become very obedient, is right, but these children will not have trust. They'll be very withdrawn and unhappy. This is the first kind of parents. Well, I was also such a type of a parent in the beginning, but I realized that I was a very authoritative parent and then moved on. The second type of parent is a permissive parent. So in this kind of parents, there's the freedom within limits. So what happens is that even in this case, when there's a freedom and there's a permissive nature coming up there, the child becomes a little aggressive. He's not self-reliant, he's not confident, and he's always unhappy. So all of us need to be the third type of parent, which is a democratic parent. When I say democratic, there is freedom, but there is a limit to it. When you see that kind of children, when you have this kind of mannerism within the mother and father, what happens is the children actually get nurtured to be happy. They become very self-reliant. They become very friendly. They become very generous. They become very cooperative, and they become very, very active in life. And they are very high achievers in life also. So those of you parents who are listening to me right now, please do think about it. Where do you stand? In which bucket do you stand? And let not the bucket leak. Plug that bucket and see how you can move forward in your life. Now, we need to invest time with our children. We've been busy all through our life. I remember most of us, we must be working in corporates and we keep running around, traveling. And this is a great time to bond. And bond with our children. Remember that the day when your child was born, at the same day, at the same time, another being was also born. That is a parent. So that's a very happy moment. And all through our life, we've been running around. Some of us have been making money, some have been becoming very popular in life, and we've been moving along, getting into different levels. Here is an opportunity for all of us to invest time with our children. Let's love them and get closer to them. Now, I would like to also advise or suggest to all my parents here that try to impress, inspire, and initiate your children. This is a beautiful time. When a child does any mistake, do not scold him. This is the most important. Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin is what is said. And this is very important. Little Flower High School is one school where the end of education, the final end of education is character. And this is what we plan to teach from this historical presence of Little Flower High School. And all of us together, the parents and all of us together, the teachers and the management of the school. In fact, I would also like to add the alumni of the school. We would like to join together and we would like to bring in the concept that in Little Flower High School, that education is for life, but not for a mere living. We teach for a life. And I would like to give you a few tips before I end this. Maybe I have another 20 minutes before I close. Parenting tips that I would like to share. Wake up your child every day in the morning with a good smile on your face. Don't bang at him saying, "How long do you want to sleep? Get up, man." Don't use that. Wake him up very politely. Talk to them every day. I will talk also about the 5 T's that are very important. And these are: talk to them, spend time with them, touch them, trust them, and treat them as your equals. This is very, very important for us. And spend time as they want to spend. Don't spend time as you want to spend with time. If a child, your daughter or a son, wants you to spend about half an hour with you, take the time off. After all, the entire life of us, when we try to achieve something, when we try to actually generate income for us, we do all this. All that we are doing is only to give it to our children. And we are not able to give that time to them. What is the point in actually earning or faith? So be very, very clear on that aspect and see that you spend time with your child. This is very important. Third point, which I want to tell you, is that appreciate them whenever they do good things in life. That will boost their morale. They will also get a lot of self-confidence. From a step of self-confidence, they will move on to a step of self-satisfaction. And thereon, they will move on to a note of a self-sacrifice, and which is very, very important for a country like Bharat. This is something that I want to share with you. And when you are introducing your child to somebody, introduce them with a lot of pride of their achievements. That gives a very high morale to your child and develops a lot of confidence. Do not at any point of time insult your child in front of any others, or do not even compare your child with any other. God has created every child with a different capability, and each one has got his own capability. And please be sure that you exploit that talent. You identify that talent in your child and let them move on with that particular talent. Now, many children want to share their love, feel their love. This is very important. As a parent, we always need to feel the love of the children. And when they actually share the love, please be sure that you also ensure that you give back the same kind of love to them. To all of us, including me, nothing is more important than our own child. Because at the end of the day, if you ask anybody, any individual person who has been working, what is it that you're actually working so hard for? People might say so many things, but let me tell you, dear parents and children, the entire efforts that we put in our life is to be happy. If that happiness doesn't come to you from your child, what is the point in running around in this competition? So please be sure that nothing is more important than your child. Next, another thing is that spend time with them and talking to them about spirituality and human values and good ethical values. Today in this country, every individual, every parent, every child should grow emotionally and spiritually. When I mean spiritually, please don't think that I'm talking about religion. I'm talking of spirituality. Remember that there is somebody superior to us. You may call it by any name that you want to call it. But let them actually move in the direction of spirituality so that they meditate. When brother was mentioning about the subject of meditation, I felt very happy. Meditation is something that we need to teach our children so that they calm down in their life. They're not excited in life. So spiritual values and ethical values is something very core. Please be sure that all of you together in your home sit down and pray. Pray for your own betterment, pray for the welfare of the world. This is something that we all need to do in our lives. Most of us, I don't know how many of you would agree with me, but we should at least ensure that we should have one meal with the family together. This is very, very important. In the morning, sometimes, by the time the parents get up, the mother is actually working in the kitchen and getting ready things for the child to move to school. But here is a situation that everybody is at home. So there are umpteen opportunities for all of us to sit down, eat, and for God's sake, don't discuss about studies or any other important thing on the dining table. The time that is there on the dining table is to calm down, concentrate on your food, and digest your food in a good manner. So please ensure that during the dining table, there is no criticism of the child and there's no discussion about subjects, be it mathematics, biology, or any other subject. Let's keep away from these things. Now, involve your child in every decision that you take. Most of us parents, we think, oh, you're still a child, you do not know. But this generation of children are far ahead in thought process. They're more mature sometimes in taking decisions than us sometimes. Please involve them. Make them feel that they're a part of your life. This is very, very important. Right? And finally, I would like to say that do not ever, parents, discuss anything harshly or any other discussions in front of your child because it gives a very negative impact on your child. Let us have always positive affirmations to ourselves and also our children. These are some things that I wanted to tell you. When the classes start from tomorrow, there might be a number of discussions, number of thoughts that you might not be able to understand certain concepts when they're being taught on the screen. And please be sure that you can always come back to your teachers who are present online. You can always call them and you can actually get your whatever doubts that are cleared. But I request once again, please don't, parents, please don't judge your teachers online. This is not the right thing to do at this point of time. Now, finally, I would like to also say, family must be a place of life, territory of cure, and a stage of forgiveness. when we say family, it is said, father and mother, I love you. That is what a family is. I would request all of you, I would sing a song, and I would like all the children who are online also to join me. But before we go forward with that, I have some more tips that I would like to share with you. And this is about the internet that we're going to do. So most of us who are present here, you must be either using a smart mobile, or you must be using a laptop, as brother said, or a pad or anything. Please be very careful. You are handing over your phone or your mobile or a laptop with internet connection to your child for almost about 8 to 10 hours in a day. Please be sure that together you discover the internet. Some of the children who are younger, when I'm talking of the younger children, I'm sure the classes 1, 2, 3, 4, your parents will be a support to you when you're doing it. But the higher classes, when you get to, you must be tech savvy and using the gadgets yourself. Please be very careful when you use the gadgets. This is the time that you'll be spending a lot of time. Another sincere advice is, most of the children today I've seen in other schools also, where I have shared some of my thoughts. PUBG, this is an addiction. I request all parents, please make a note of it. If your child is playing PUBG online with friends, maybe one game is enough. But I tell you, they are likely to get addicted to this game. Inhibit this, snatch the phone off, and ground them if it is needed. PUBG is something that I would not recommend, because we've seen a lot of cases in Hyderabad where students have got addicted to PUBG. Second thing, all parents, please create rules for the usage of internet at your home, because you're going to leave the internet open for your children. Please create the ground rules. Try to reach an agreement with the children that this is what is doable, this is not doable, this is doable. Set times, draw out the discipline rules of this. Tell them what behavioral attitude is there. Explain to them in detail what should be done, what should not be done on an internet. How long it is acceptable to be online is something that parents have to tell them. Agree with them that no personal information, whether it's of yours, your children, your mother, your wife, spouse, or anybody, the children have no right to reveal any personal information online. Please remove all the personal information, passwords on your laptop or on the pod or on your mobile phone when you're handing over a phone to the child. Recently, we had a case in Hyderabad where a child, after a father slept down, he started using a mobile phone, and there was a request of making an online transfer, and a credit card was picked up, and he entered the details, and 8 lakhs of rupees was drawn by unknown people. Please be very careful. There are a lot of cyber crimes that are happening around, and we need to be very, very careful with this. Right. Agree with your child what is okay, what is not okay. And if necessary, sit with them and make them understand the do's and don'ts of this. Now, the most important thing is that we tend to give an advice to the children by not following it ourselves. Please be sure that whenever you're advising a child, you follow it in the letter and spirit before you advise your child. Because you need to be an exemplary role model before you actually advise somebody. And this is what our request is. Third thing, you tell your children when they're using these gadgets about the risks that are associated. Meeting online friends is a no-no. Facebook, less than 13 years, please don't let them touch Facebook or have a login account of Facebook. Don't become friends of unknown strangers online. When you have a mobile phone on you, there might be a lot of requests that might be coming up on Facebook. Please don't entertain any online friends unless and until you know them personally very, very well. Teach your child how to evaluate information, what to do, what not to do online. This is something very important. And whenever your child is actually trying to do a little bit of exploration on a Google or any other platform, don't be too critical about it, but try to decipher what exactly is he trying to get into and explain to them as an elder what is doable, what is not doable. This is important. And please ask your child to be open. The child needs to be very open with you. They should have the confidence that my mother or my father would understand, and then they can move forward on any online meetings with anybody. So this is very important. So ask your children, ask them to come and tell you that you are chatting with a friend. Please ensure that there's no chatting or on WhatsApp messages after 10 p.m. every night. I see that many of the children chat till late midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And parents come back to us and say these children are chatting late in the nights when they're asleep. So confiscate, maybe you can set time, maybe 11 p.m. The mobiles should be switched off, and the next day morning only they need to move forward. These are some of the things that I would like to share with you. Let's go positive in all thoughts. This is a grand beginning of a wonderful academic year. We are in 2020, 2021, and we are sure with the blessings of the Almighty Lord, we're going to have a wonderful year going forward. And with the blessings of all your teachers, your parents, your grandparents, and the school management, I think we are going to have a wonderful year. This COVID-19 is yet another passing cloud in our life. We have lived with such situations. We will maybe face more situations like this in the future. We really do not know. But we have the strength internally, and we will face this. I would like to end this. This is a song that I would like to sing. And all children who are there, this is the song that is dedicated to your mother and father. And please sing it with me, all of you. In every moment of my life, please be with me. In every moment of my life, please be with me. Father, oh my mother, in every moment of my life, please be with me. When I sleep, when I fall, lend me your hand. When I stray far away, bring me back again. Father, oh my mother, from the darkness into light, lead me, oh Lord, from the unreal into the real. Father, oh my mother, in every moment of my life, please be with me. Dear children, your father and your mother are your best friends in life. Trust in them. They know what is good for you, and they will take you in the right path. Trust, that unreposed trust in them, and I'm sure with the almighty blessings, everything will be all right. We will walk through this pandemic, and let's live happily in this world. Thank you very much for bearing with me.
Thank you, sir, for that melodious rendition. Thank you, Mr. Gopikrishna, our guest speaker for the day, for spending your valuable time with us, giving valuable advice to parents and students. Your sharing of ideas and profound thoughts have added another dimension to the session today. I'm sure, sir, parents are gearing up to don a new role of being teachers at home. They will allow students to take wise decisions. I'm sure our students too will receive tremendous appreciation from their parents for every little step they take towards their goals to succeed both academically and spiritually. Dear parents, I take this opportunity as my privilege and honor to greet you and appreciate you for the kind of support you have rendered in initiating the online classroom teaching. With the blessings of Almighty, we are all set to start our new academic year 2020-2021 with online classes from 12th June 2020. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Do not wait for opportunity. Create it. Dear parents and my dear students, here are a few tips you need to follow to have a successful online teaching learning process. Parents are requested to make sure students have breakfast, dressed up neatly, and are thoroughly ready for the class. Keep your study material ready and follow the timetable given to you meticulously. Be doubly sure which class you have at a given time to avoid last moment chaos. Learn to be punctual and regular to the class. Sit up straight at a table or desk with feet flat on the floor. Keep arms at 90-degree angle. Adjust the device so that the top of the monitor is just below eye level. Keep monitor at least 15 inches from the face. Most important, be alert while the class is going on. Listen to the teacher carefully. Follow her guidelines and keep a notebook with you to take down the points discussed. Writing down important points, just like in a traditional classroom setting, taking notes may make it easier to remember the important pieces of information you will need to retain. Do not get tensed. This is a testing time and will surely pass. Try to use the best of your ability, the services which are being provided to you. Marks will be awarded and recorded for all the online assignments, worksheets, and project work. These marks will be considered for various assessments. My dear students, online class are new to you as well as to us. We may face some teething problems, but do not worry. It will be gradually sorted out in a short span of time. Be an ardent reader. Prepare a timetable for yourself. Read the text, underline and mark the keywords. Add captions in the textbook itself. This will help you in better understanding of the lesson taught. Follow all the instructions given by your teachers. Make sure there is absolutely no disturbance in the study area while the class is going on. If you do not understand any concept, get back to your concerned teachers to get the doubts clarified. Dedicate a specified time for school work each day and isolate yourself from all sorts of distractions. Create a regular study space and stay organized. My dear students, you grew up with your parents constantly telling you to mind your manners. But in a digital age, where the unwritten online rules are constantly changing, proper etiquette may seem a bit mystifying. Etiquette is essential and extremely important. Warm gestures go a long way. Words are very powerful. Students should be courteous and use appropriate language, understanding that their message will be read. Any kind of inappropriate comment, gesture, physical or verbal, will be dealt strictly. But I'm sure and confident that my dear Little Flower students will never get into these kind of issues because they are known for their dignity and decorum. One example you have seen in the form of our guest speaker. You must be assured that you will also and you are possessing the same qualities. Always make an effort to use proper punctuation, spelling and grammar while asking questions or answering any. This is possible when you study and practice on regular basis. Online school is completely self-driven. Your education is important. So scheduling the right time each day to focus on it can really make a difference. This schedule allows you to get everything done without feeling like you neglected anything. That desire to attain dreams and become a student must always be with you through every course and for every goal you wish to accomplish. You must approach assignments with conviction, whether it be taking notes on a 2-minute educational video or doing research for a given project. For online study to be a successful experience, you need to be passionate about your chosen course of study. This passion will drive you to be a disciplined student and to persevere when your deadlines are looming. I shall now end quoting Swami Vivekananda. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. All the best, dear parents and students. May we have a fruitful and successful year ahead. Dear parents, in case of any doubts, please send your queries to our email address. Please make a note: lfhshyd@rediffmail.com. I repeat, our email address is lfhshyd@rediffmail.com. Thank you. Stay blessed.